So we got the plot to this movie. Keanu Reeves is an angel whose name is Gabriel.
Yeah,
Didn't have to look it up.
not a very unique angel name. I feel like.
No, it's not. It's not. And he's the guardian angel of texting and driving.
So if you're one of those texters and drivers,
And you've gotten in like a close call. That was him.
yeah, he was looking out for you. He tapped you on the shoulder right before you about to
Just,
slam
just
in
so
the
you,
back.
just so you know. And he feels a little like lost in his job. Feels like there's more he could be doing.
He falls into the trap that most of us do, is that we start comparing ourselves to other people, and he starts seeing the other angels in their jobs. They have a whole
Yeah.
like meeting like most people do at their jobs once a week, and it's just kind of like no one really wants to be there, but they're just kind of giving
Yeah.
little updates on what's been going on with their
And
their
then
jobs.
then you talk to the one dude who actually loves his job and is really good at it, and you're like, man, I want to be that.
Yeah, the one that everybody's like, you should be
Like
more like him.
I could do that.
Yeah, it's like your parents' favorite sibling, and they're like, you should be more like your brother or sister.
Yes.
And so he definitely sees.
Yes.
You want to look him up? I forget his name. He's the
The
he's
other
guardian
angel?
angel of like giving people purpose or something something
It was
actually big.
It was like life changing. What like your life has purpose.
Yeah, like giving people purpose. And so Keanu sees that, and he's like, "Man, I feel like I could be doing more than just tapping people on the shoulders."
I'm trying to find it.
But it's funny because there's a few people that we see him. He's doing his work. He definitely is just sitting in the back seat, nonplussed and bored.
Stephen McKinley Henderson. He plays Azrael.
Yes, Azrael, who is got gigantic wings,
Massive.
massive wings,
Massive wings.
and Keanu has a little wing envy. He's
Yeah.
like- his wings are little,
And that's
teeny tiny
okay
wings.
because it's not the size of the wing that matters. It's the heart behind the wings.
Exactly, it's the size of the heart behind the wings.
Yeah.
But not too
Not the
large.
physical
You don't
size.
You don't want a too large of a heart because you should go see a doctor.
That is
Your
an
heart's too
actual
big, that's a
medical
problem.
condition, I think. Yeah.
But he does help Aziz. So go ahead and
Yes.
continue. He's one of the
and-
people that he saves.
So we got Aziz Ansari, who plays Arj, who is a dude who lives in LA and
Is struggling financially. Like
doesn't
most people.
is in between jobs and does DoorDash essentially. They don't call it DoorDash, but it's like Foods or something like that.
Yeah, and it's actually he's on an app that's interesting. It's like an odd job app where
Yeah,
people
like
can hire-
TaskRabbit.
Yeah, people can hire you to do
Yeah,
whatever.
and he's
odd
just
job.
between those things.
He's doing a food pickup for a grand opening of a donut shop, and that's where he gets introduced to Seth Rogen's character.
Yeah, very briefly. Whose name is Jeff.
Yeah,
And everybody was waiting in this line, and they ran out of. I thought it was cinnamon rolls or something like that, buns, something like that,
maybe you
some
might be right.
pastry thing.
some sweet pastry
Yeah,
that people
and-
love.
And they were all out, so he just stood in line for 2 hours to get nothing, essentially. And then
Yeah,
Jeff walks up and just grabs a bag from the people in the front. Is like, "Great, thanks."
Yeah, and they're like, "Hey, here's your bag
Yeah.
that we saved for you," and he's like, "What?"
And Arj is like, "Hey, well, how come that guy gets stuff?" And they go, "Oh, well, he's one of our investors," and that's.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and then we don't see Seth Rogen for like 5 minutes, probably. 10
but,
minutes,
but there's a
probably.
funny moment. And sad, but it's funny because Aziz calls the guys like, "Hey man, they ran out of donuts before I got them for
Yeah,
you.
please don't cancel the order.
Yeah, please give me a good review." And he
Yeah,
doesn't. He
they just
cancels it
cancel
and gives him a
immediately.
low review or something.
Yeah. So we get to see more of Arj's life, which is just sad, but like
It's a mirror
but like
of
we
most of
get
our
it.
lives.
Yeah,
It's-
we understand.
we
It's-
are ours.
yeah, we are living in a oh man, what is it? What is it called? A gig economy. That's what. Yeah, that's the right phrase, where you get like a small $10 task and you go deliver food or pick somebody up and drive them to the airport or go build their desk or whatever, and that's how some people make their living, which is fine. Like, there's no shame in it. Obviously, if people are paying for that, there's a market for it.
Do you feel like this movie shames?
No, I don't think it shames anybody at all. I think that they do a really good job of showing how shitty the job is.
Yeah.
They even had well, I'll get to that in a moment. But Arj keeps on getting like really, really bad thing after thing happen to him. He loses his apartment, right? Or he just leaves his apartment because he can't afford it.
Yeah.
And
he's like
living in his car. And
of course, he gets
getting
the call
parking tickets.
He gets the call from dad. Your cousin's doing
your cousin works at Microsoft, and how come you haven't done anything? He's like, well, there's not really any documentaries that need an editor right now. So, well, maybe you make a documentary about your cousin. He's doing a really good job. He's like, okay, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks. That makes me feel really good. And he goes and sleeps in his car, wakes up, does his part-time job at Home Depot. It's just Home Depot.
Yeah.
It's called Hardware Heaven, but it's Home
I think
Depot.
palette-wise, it's more in line with like Lowe's, but
I thought it was more like an Ace Hardware with lumber.
Oh, well, there you go.
Have you been inside an Ace Hardware?
I'm not.
It's,
I had an uncle that worked in Ace Hardware.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Does he still work at
He's
Ace
retired. He's retired, and he lives in Arizona.
What's it like to be retired?
I don't know. Maybe in another 80 years, by the time we get there, the retirement age will be like 80 plus.
Jarvis, don't get political on here.
Oh yeah, that's for the next one.
Yeah. Oh man. And so that's where he meets Keke Palmer, and Keke Palmer's trying to make a union at the Hardware Heaven so that they can get better wages.
Imagine having a job and Keke Palmer is your coworker.
Honest to God, he clocked it immediately. She didn't want anything to do with him, and then he was like, or maybe we hang out.
Yeah, or maybe
that's how Keke Palmer turned into the love interest, which
yeah. I mean, that's how all people meet, though. Like, generally speaking, you don't know them until you know them.
Yeah.
He just happened to be in the lunchroom, and then she sits down and is like, "Hey, we're doing this thing," and he's kind of like, "I don't care about that thing, but you're kind of cute, so maybe we should."
Yeah. So he's like, "Hey, tell me more about this union."
Yeah.
And they start hanging out.
Speaking of unions.
So they hang out a little bit, and
tacos specifically.
They went and got tacos, which looks like they literally just shot it outside of the. Have you ever? Well, I think that was kind of the point, but so in Hollywood they call it Video Village and then Craft Services, and when everybody goes to lunch, they literally just go to these little pop-up tents with whoever's making lunch. It looks exactly like that. So I think what they did was they just went, fuck it, it's nighttime.
We'll just use
blast some lights on it. We'll just use Craft Services.
Probably a great way to save money.
But
if they're already there anyways.
But anybody who knows that it looks silly, but it's fine. It really doesn't make that much of a difference story wise.
It works.
It's like a little taco place. It's a little pop up. It's fine. But very silly choice for people who know. Which most of this is shot in LA, so everybody who lives in LA knows what that looks like. Anywho, Arj gets a job or a little task to go clean out the garage of Jeff. So he drives up to this beautiful, massive mansion. Actually, I won't say beautiful because I didn't really like it the way it looked, but not my taste.
I kind of like that retro look where there's like it's all glass and there's a pool in the back and very modern for the times.
The view was great though.
View was great.
And he hears that Jeff basically straight up goes, "Hey, yeah, I really needed somebody to come clean out my garage since I fired my last assistant." And so he finishes cleaning out the garage and goes, "Hey, if you need an assistant, why don't you try me out?"
And he kind of laughs at first, like, "Oh man, you're a funny one." Yeah,
and he's like, "No, but really, I could do it." Like he's like, "Oh, there's just so many things I need to do, like this and this and this." And he said, "Okay, I can do it."
And he's like, "Okay, we'll do a trial run."
Yeah, and they do the trial run, and it goes well, and gives Arj a company credit card in case he needs to pay for random expenses while he's working.
Yeah,
as you do with an assistant, that happens, and
I wouldn't know. I've never had an assistant.
Oh, I've also never had an assistant. I've been the assistant. And y'all don't want to know how that ends because that ends with me having to do more things. Which is the good ending of being an assistant. So don't, well, I mean, if you need it, do it, but don't be an assistant. You don't want to. I'm kind of your assistant if we think about it. If we think about it a little too hard.
Except I don't got any money to give you a credit card.
You could. It could just be an expired one.
That's true. Here's just a piece of plastic. You can't use it for anything.
Here you go, man. Yeah, it says Build a Bear on it. It's a gift card from 10 years ago.
It's just going to be the punch card for your miracles that you need.
No, it's your punch card because you want me to cash my bad times in for your next miracle
exactly.
Too. Yeah, because that's how rich people do it.
That's true.
That's not a joke.
What's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine.
Yeah. So I basically pay for your life. So
exactly, you might as well use it.
You might as well, yeah. Serfdom's back.
Sad but true.
Serfdom is back.
Yeah. So he does convince him. He gets the assistant job at
and he does a pretty good job at it for a while. And at some point, he's like, "Hey, you mind if I leave a little early tonight? I got a date with Keke Palmer." And Jeff goes, "Wearing that? No, you're not."
Because that's all he's got is the clothes on his back, basically.
Yeah, and so Jeff lets him borrow a jacket, and it's like, "Oh, where are you going?" He goes, "Oh, we're just gonna go get tacos." He's like, "Didn't you just say that you met her at a taco place?" And it's like, "Yeah." And it's like, "That's too many tacos to start a relationship. You gotta go somewhere else. You should go to this really nice restaurant. You should take to this really nice restaurant
get the steak.
And get the steak, get the ribeye." And so he does take her to the really nice restaurant, and he does not order the steak.
Because he saw that it was
because
like
he saw
or something like
I think it was like an $80, $90 steak.
Yes.
Something that I also, if I were out having a nice time, I would look at and go, not that nice of a time. So we can have an okay time at this nice place.
I don't think I've spent more than like $40 on the steak. So
on an individual steak, yeah.
I don't know if you spend more than that, the quality goes up unless you're getting like Japanese Wagyu.
Dude,
but like for me, I'm just like, even the $40 steak,
right.
I was like, I could just make this at home.
Yeah, that's the thing is if you know how to cook and you can make like okay things, you most of the time the difference between a $40 steak and like an $80 steak is basically the same.
I watch enough Food Network to know how to butter baste a steak.
Yeah, you let that
rosemary and garlic. You know
all right, so we're diverging just a little bit. Here's how you make a really good steak at home without trying. You don't have to try too hard. Go get a steak.
I don't do anything fancy either. I just cook mine on the stovetop.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I don't do any reverse sears or nothing like that.
No. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go get a steak from the store. Yep. When you get back home, leave it on the counter. Right? Yep. Let it rest. Let it come to room temp. Room temp. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get your pan ripping hot.
Yes.
And if you think it's hot enough, it's not. Do not put any oil in it yet.
Yeah.
Just let it sit there on the stove, medium high heat.
Yes.
You leave it for like 10 minutes just to be safe because I've messed this one up too many times.
Yeah.
Right? You leave it there. You let it get nice and hot. You make a side while you wait. Salt and pepper the steak once it's at room temp.
Yep.
All sides.
Yep.
Liberally. Put a little bit of olive oil, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan lightly. You don't want to overdo it. I
would say you could just oil the steak and then put your salt and pepper on the steak.
You could do that too, yeah. You could do that too. That also works. Then you're going to place it in that ripping hot pan.
Yeah.
And contrary to popular belief, you can just pick it up and look.
Exactly.
You absolutely can pick it up and look. And if you look at it and you're like, just set it back down. You're fine.
Yeah, if it's great, you haven't left it on there long enough and your pan's not hot enough.
That's right. Brown. It's got to be hot.
Yeah.
You want that thing bubbling. And then once you feel like you got a good crust on it, you flip it over, let it sit for like a minute there, grab a little pat of room temp butter, toss it in, grab a spoon, just keep on pushing that butter right on top of it until it's cooked to your liking.
Yeah, and
if you don't know what your liking is, wait 2 minutes, make sure that the crust looks nice, take it off.
Thyme and rosemary, if you like. I like a little
Or
rosemary.
a little bit of garlic. That also,
That too.
yeah, Sybil likes that
Yeah.
on her steaks.
Yeah. But if you have access to black garlic, that's also good.
That's
if you're
also good.
really into garlic.
Yeah.
Because that's an intense garlic flavor, and you can just spread it on like
You
like
could do
butter,
whatever.
because it's so small.
Yeah.
Smooth.
You take it off, you place it on a rack or a cutting board or something, cover it lightly, and let it sit there for like not too long because you don't want it to get cold, but enough time to let it rest. Perfect steak every time.
Every time. And
you saved yourself $70.
Exactly. Thanks for tuning in to Full Time Steak Fans.
Yeah. So I have not made steak in weeks.
I bought there's a guy that comes to my house and sells steak products.
Ooh.
Frozen stuff, not high quality, but
Is it the Omaha steaks?
No, it's a different kind of, but it's a whole like box of steaks. And now I got low quality steaks for the next couple of months.
Hell yeah.
So
that's good. Anyways,
yeah. So he can't afford any of the food there.
They split a dish, get some wine. The bill comes $300.
Still, yeah. He's like, whoa.
And she goes, "Oh, we can split that." And he goes, "No, I've got it." And then he thinks really hard for a moment. He's like, "Nah, it should be fine," and swipes the card, which is a mistake.
Cut to
Cut to next day at work. Jeff has Arj walk in and he goes, "Hey, Arj, did you buy yourself dinner on the company card last night?" And he went, "Yeah, about that. It was an emergency. I'm going to pay it back. It's fine." And Jeff goes, "Yeah, man, we can't work together anymore. You're fired." He goes, "What? But I'll pay it back. It's totally fine." He goes, "Yeah, we can't do that," which is completely fair in my opinion. If you're going to do something like that, ask.
Yeah.
That's like golden rule, man.
Yeah, what I was thinking when I first saw that was like, in my opinion, at the time, if he really wanted to say something, he should have said something when Jeff mentioned going to the expensive restaurant. He's like, "Look, man, I just don't have the money for that. We're just gonna
Yeah.
get tacos."
Yeah.
And then if Jeff offered like, "Hey, man, I'll cover you, or I can float you some money or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But if he doesn't, you're just like, "Hey, man, sorry, I just don't have that kind of money right now."
The whole
And
problem
you go do what
is communication
You live
error.
within your means.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, I probably would have just like texted Jeff and said, "Hey, man, I came to the restaurant.
Yeah.
I think it's a little out of my price range, but would you be upset if I use the company card for this meal and I'll pay you back?" If there's some kind of
if you have
communication,
full communication up front, then,
I think
then
that those two
better.
pathways would have made things a little easier. But that's not how it turned out. So
Yeah.
we continue.
Contrary to popular belief, rich people aren't always assholes. And if you ask and actually, the secret to it is if you go, "Hey, man, I'd love to, but I just really can't." That's the move. That's the move, because they go, "Oh, I can make your day by doing this for you? Absolutely. Let's go do it."
Sure.
They do it. Just like Jeff did with the jacket. It's like, "Yeah, you can borrow my jacket. It's too small anyway."
Jeff, do you think that is like a Jeff Bezos reference by naming him Jeff?
No. I think it's just white guy name.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
Seth
that's what I was
Rogen is
going
a
for.
white guy.
Seth Rogen is a white guy
With a
in
white
this
guy
movie.
name.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen.
So Arj goes to Denny's and sets up his accounts again so he can go do all the DoorDash and whatever. He falls asleep because he's got really nowhere to go and stay. Oh, he gets kicked out of a parking lot. That's why he goes to the Denny's. Then he gets kicked out of the Denny's. He walks outside. His car's been repoed because of all of the parking tickets.
Yeah.
And that's his like, "Hey, this can't get any worse than this" moment. And then Keanu Reeves, and he goes, "Arj, I know that you think that your life is awful, but I can show you what your future holds." And he shows him his future, which is working at an Amazon warehouse where he's the driver.
Oh yeah, and they give him we'll see, now that's a reference, I think.
That one is a direct reference to the piss bottles.
Yeah, because they had
Amazon warehouses.
an empty water bottle.
They call it the pee bottle.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of time to so.
And he and Keke Palmer are together and living in her mom's apartment with like basically her whole family.
Huge W for him though.
Huge W for him. Yeah, upgrade for sure. And then they eventually move out to Texas in the least Texas looking townhomes I've ever seen in my life.
It looked a little more like Arizona. Or New
It
Mexico.
did look. It looked like they didn't go very far. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked like they did not
could
go.
have just
very
stayed
far.
in LA. To be honest
I've
with you.
seen those. I think I've seen those exact apartments.
Yeah.
in LA when Sybil and I went, and while they are out, they have a dog and they have to put the dog down.
because they can't
And
afford
so
the bills.
they come out of the little dream, and ours goes, oh, what
Look how
what
great
the
you have
hell,
so
man?
much to live for.
You should. I get a dog, but I have to put it down.
Yeah.
Like this is none of this is
He's like,
great.
we're so poor that we have to live at her mom's house.
Yeah, this is not what I want to like Jeff has it really easy. He's like, oh, if you think Jeff's life's so good, let's go take a look, huh? And then
Yeah.
he
Freaky
shows
Fridays
him. And Freaky Fridays him for like a day. No, it was like a week.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, and
Kinda
at the end,
it backfires on
it's so silly because he shows up and he goes, see. It's not as good as you thought it was it? And he
He's
goes,
like,
you're
"It's
right.
hard too."
It wasn't. It's so awesome.
It's better
so
than
awesome.
I imagined.
Yeah. So I haven't had to worry about anything. He goes, no, well, you have to go back to your life. And he goes, what if I don't want to? And he goes, well, you have to want to go back to it. And he goes, great, I don't.
So I don't have to go back, right?
But you don't understand. I'm going to lose my wings and I'm going to be in big trouble. I was like, sorry, man. I'm not going back. So Arj is now in Jeff's house, in Jeff's life, and Jeff is Arj's assistant. And does not know any
and
better.
Arj is the only one that knows that his life was what it used to be.
Yeah.
But everybody else is like, oh, this is how it's always been.
Yeah. So Arj,
Starts living it up.
quite literally lives it up. And at some point, Keanu loses his wings and is turned into a human. And he goes to Arj and is like, you have to want your life back, man. You have to want your life back because like we can't keep this going. And at some point touches Jeff, and then Jeff remembers that it's actually his house and his money and everything.
In his life.
And Arj has just stolen it. And so they come to an agreement that he'll hang out for it's like another week or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a set amount of time, and then they just switch back. And in between now and then, Jeff just has to
'Cause he
live
was like-
Arj's life.
Because he was like, I want to take her on Keke Palmer's character on vacation. So I want to take her on vacation. He's like, okay. Then after that,
He's like, let me
we'll
live it up
switch.
just for a weekend.
Yeah.
And then they were gonna switch back. And so Jeff's like, fine, I can live your life. That's fine. Turns out that's really hard to do because he's barely got a car and no job and no prospects. And Jeff's like, no, I'm self-made. I can do this. Kind of learns that that's not how that works.
Yeah, he's like, I have all the knowledge of all the smart stuff that I did.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll just go to the
Yeah, I'll
company.
just go to my
and tell
company.
them, and they'll hire me back. And they'll have money.
And then they threatened to call the police because they thought that he was stealing information from them.
Yeah. And they kicked him out.
Yeah, so-
Expeditiously.
Yeah, expeditiously.
Kicked him to the curb.
Yep. So
So
their
they
life
have to find-
sucks.
Yeah, so they have to find jobs, and Keanu Reeves ends up
He
being
has a dishwasher. Yeah.
And he meets the sweetest guy ever.
He also has one of the best lines. I know it's later in the movie, but one of the best lines, which is, man, I used to be an angel. And now I'm a chain smoker.
It's so funny because
good.
I forget the character's name, but the guy that he washes dishes with at that restaurant is like the sweetest man
Yeah,
ever.
best man ever. He's like, oh, you're depressed? I know what can help you. And he takes him out dancing.
Yeah, he does.
Him and his wife.
Yeah,
And shows him all the happy, fun things about life.
Yeah, and
Feeds him a taco.
yes, and before that, there's a scene where, him and his dishwasher buddy, he gets his first check and he's like, "Where's all the money?"
Yeah.
It's like everybody's first check experience.
That
It's
is
like, oh yeah,
everyone's
the
first
government took all this. He's like, but I
I need to live.
yeah, I can't afford to live on this. And he's like, yeah, and you might need to get another job. And he's like, another job? What am I gonna like? When do I have time to do another job? And he's like, I have 3 jobs. I was like, oh,
Which I understand very well.
yeah. So it's very realistic.
Yeah.
I would say, his first check. That moment, I think we can all relate to.
Oh, for sure.
We all gotten our first check and been like,
So there's
Wait a
something
minute.
wrong here.
wait a minute, I'm missing like $50.
Yeah. So I didn't agree to all of these other things.
Yeah. So and as you get older, it turns into
It's
hundreds.
the social contract.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds of dollars.
Jesus, man.
After taxes and Medicare and all that stuff.
I think mine's in the hundreds. You're right.
Yeah, I know.
And it sucks. It sucks every time.
Yeah.
It sucks every time.
Yeah. But they go dancing and
he shows them the little things.
Yeah, he gets to enjoy the good things about being a human, which is tasting food and
making friends.
Yeah, he loves hamburgers
as he should.
Yeah, and ice cream
and
shakes
tacos.
And tacos. He's very into tacos, which of course he would be.
Yeah, why wouldn't you be? Tacos are great. Meanwhile, ours is living it up.
He's still enjoying being rich.
There was at one point where he was like, okay, well, if you're having such a good time, wait until you see how Jeff's job works. And then he goes to a meeting, which is with his friend at this really nice sushi place.
Yeah.
And they talk about business for like 45 seconds and have a really expensive meal. And ours is like, I can do that.
Yeah. And then he's like, hey, I got lunch. And the other guy's like, this is a business meeting. We'll put it on the company card.
Yeah, which is very it's supposed to show the dynamic of like, oh, you can't spend $300, but you can spend like $1,000 on a random lunch.
Yeah,
on the business card, which is
it's the world. That's how
it works. I think the whole purpose of Jeff's type of rich is that it's supposed to show the like you really did not earn this amount of wealth. You stumbled into it.
Either right place, right time, or your parents had money.
Right. And that was another thing too, is like, I know what it's like to have it rough because I came from nothing. He's like, what'd your parents do?
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
So my father was a doctor and my mother was a lawyer at a really nice law firm.
Yeah.
But I'm still self-made. He just invests his parents' money into other things and made a bunch of money off of it. That's
how it usually happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's either generational wealth or trust fund money that lets you stumble into the old adage is, how do you make $1 million? You lose 10.
Or you
start with 11, you lose 10.
Or you get $100,000 loan from your parents like Jeff Bezos did.
Yeah.
Or your dad is a rich mogul like Trump's dad.
Not to say anything about Jeff Bezos, but he at least made the website. Yeah. Some of these other guys are just like, hey, what if we took Uber Eats and we made robots deliver them instead?
Yeah. Or I just pretend that I started this electric car company, but actually these other guys didn't. I just bought it from them and became the face and kicked them out.
Who could you be talking about there?
Like that reminds me of
I put my parents' money. I put my parents' money into an app that lets people transact money from a website.
Yeah,
that somebody else built, and then I sold it for billions.
Yeah,
or $1 billion. Who could we be talking about?
I don't know.
Those are the types of people those are the kinds of rich people that they're talking poorly on. Is you don't actually work for this money and you pretend like you've earned it. And the actual statement, which is not to get political, Jarvis.
Oh my gosh, we wouldn't dream.
The actual statement that's being said here is that if you have so much money that you don't know what to do with, if you're making, and I've put price points on it. I've said, like, if you're making more than like $10 million a year, you are undeniably abusing other people in the function of getting that money.
Yeah.
Like you are taking advantage of other people that are putting that money into your pocket.
I think it could go a lot lower.
It could probably be a lot lower.
To be honest with you, because, yeah, I mean, to me, a dream is like, what do you mean, like 6 figures a year? That's crazy. Like,
that's
I can't
nice.
Even imagine that.
Yeah,
that's how far away I am from $1 billion.
The recent census labor statistics say that to live comfortably in this current economy takes $260,000 a year,
which is double what I would be okay with just making right now.
Yeah. I think at one point I said that that amount of money would be like the top end amount of money that I would want to live off of to never have to worry about it again.
Yeah.
Like and apparently that's comfortable now.
Dude, I know. I was like, if I was making $200K,
crazy.
like I would be.
Yeah, that's why like I could sit here with my family and not work money.
Exactly.
That's.
I just can't even imagine that. But
and apparently that's just the standard. Yeah, you can get a house.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh man,
maybe afford a car.
Maybe
two if you have two people in the household.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all of this culminates into a bunch of schemes with Jeff trying to make money and
we really start
Arj trying to not convince himself that his old life is better.
And we see that through Kiki's character.
Yes.
Who she doesn't have money, but Arj is able to like bring her into his wealth, but she still feels out of place. Or like the difference between her and Arj is like she recognizes the place that she's in and it's not satisfactory. But she also is still strongly holding on to her values. And like Arj is like, he's comparing himself.
At the end of the day, it's still her life.
He's comparing himself to himself. And he's like, this is the worst. And it arguably it's bad.
He's correct.
It's bad.
It's pretty bad.
But Kiki's character, what's her character's name?
I don't know. You and I keep on calling her Kiki.
I know. But she's just like, we need a fight to unionize. And
Elena,
we need a fight to still do these things. And she's
look at this picture that she has as her IMDb profile picture.
Ridiculous. But anyways, Elena, and she's still like, she's like, hey, I can't go this weekend because we're doing a rally or something.
The whole like point of the movie is culminated into when Arj goes, hey, spontaneous thing, do you want to go to Paris this weekend? And she goes, oh, I'd really love to, but I can't because that's when we're supposed to vote on if we're unionizing.
Right.
And I put all this, it took so much effort to put it all together. I can't just abandon it at the last minute. He goes, why not?
I can't let everybody down. She's like, I've invested in this. If I'm not there, then like, what's it going to come across to everybody else? Like, I don't even believe in the thing that I've been fighting for.
And he says, well, why not? And she goes, because this is my life.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what your life is like and you live in a different world than I do,
I still have to go back to this. Yeah.
And I love it. And I wouldn't change it for anything because I work hard for it.
And that's so real because like sometimes the perspective we need in life comes from somebody different than us.
Yeah.
And even someone that we admire or maybe don't, but it's like.
Did you grow up with a rich friend? Because I did.
Rich? We're like, no. I mean, more well off, yes, but I don't think I don't know that I've ever known anybody like that was like rich.
So I don't know if this is digressing too much into what should probably be the third part of this video, but I'm going to do it anyway. So no, okay. Remind me to talk about the rich friend. We're almost to the movie. Okay. I grew up with a rich friend, so I kind of understand this one a bit. I know Kiki's point because it was a weird, jarring difference in my life. But so Arj takes that and is like, oh, I'm wrong, I guess. He doesn't really get the point, but he knows that he said something wrong. But he doesn't get it, and so he just moves on and continues living the luxury
he's only
life.
Thinking about, I don't have a lot of time left, and like this is the last time that.
Yeah, because he thinks that at the end of the weekend it's gonna change.
And that's when he comes up with his little scheme.
Yeah, well, yes, some accident does happen. What was the accident? He gets an accident, like the day that they're supposed to switch back. And is in a coma.
I think he gets into a car accident, isn't it?
Yes, because he was texting and driving.
Yeah. and
that's what happened.
And Keanu Reeves, Gabriel, was no longer
the
angel of protecting people from texting.
That is correct.
Yes, it all comes full circle.
It does all come full circle. So Arj is in a coma, and now Jeff is sitting there like,
sorry,
we're supposed to switch back.
Another thing too, Gabriel, Keanu Reeves' character, the angel, was supposed to protect
Kiki.
Elena from backing into something, a light pole.
Yeah, and it didn't. Yeah, that didn't happen, which is why he got his wings taken away.
That's why he got his wings taken, because he was so focused on Arj and his situation that he neglected his duties, didn't protect Elena.
Yes,
and keep them on the path together.
Yeah, because that's what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So Arj is in a coma. Jeff loses his shit and is like literally shouting at Gabriel, like, "I want to talk to God." God, it's Jeff.
Take me to your manager.
I need to talk to them
right now.
And they're just having to tough it out for another couple of weeks until Arj eventually gets out of coma. And so Arj wakes up from his coma and is like, "Oh, I'm still rich.
Yeah,
this is awesome." And they go, and he goes, "Hey," to one of their, he goes, "Hey, do people normally get memory loss or anything with this?" And hands him a pamphlet. And so he orders like food for delivery.
Completely forgets.
Jeff shows up, and Jeff goes, "What the heck, dude? We're supposed to switch back." And he goes, "Oh, do you know me? They said this might happen after the accident." Yes, I was in a coma. Here's a pamphlet. It's about memory loss. And he's like, "What's happening? What are you talking about?" He falls for it. Then they do he has a big birthday party, which is supposed to be Jeff's 40th birthday party. There's like a little bit about a dance that he had to learn and paid a bunch of money for it to impress his friends. And Jeff shows up to basically steal one of his watches so that he can pawn it so that they can live off of the money because it's his watch. So
it's like
not
a couple $100,000.
Yeah, I think it was a $250,000 watch or whatever that he bought for his birthday.
Yeah, without even blinking, he was just like, "Oh yeah,
yeah, easy."
Yeah.
And when he finally gets upstairs to steal it, Arj gets the gun out of the safe and shoots him in the arm, and
I think
everything starts to unravel.
Well, I think part of it, he realizes that Arj was lying because he saw a bunch of people there that shouldn't have been, like his buddy from the Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
And his dad was there at the party.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of other
people that you shouldn't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he realized
I didn't catch on to that, but you did, which is great because I didn't catch on to that. But yeah, he's like, "What's happening? What's going on here?" Like, this is weird. And then he gets shot in the arm, and Arj goes, "Oh my God, I thought I was being robbed. I don't know." He goes, "Why? What? You shot me?" And he goes, "Yeah, you said don't think, just shoot." So, so you remember then?
Oh.
So you remember?
Yeah.
You've been lying this whole time.
Did you?
And so they go to Gabriel and they're like, we gotta switch back. So Arj switches back and it doesn't happen. And Gabriel goes, "Yeah, it's because Arj needs to want his old life back." And Jeff's like, nobody said this was a part of the deal. I thought the whole part of the deal was that he has to say it.
That's when it really sets in on him that okay, this is
they're fucked. Yeah, they're fucked.
I'm never getting my old life back.
Yeah.
He has to want his old life.
Yeah.
Because Jeff has been living his life for the past couple
it's
weeks.
awful.
And he's like, this is the worst life ever.
And so Arj comes to an agreement that they can all just hang like buddies.
Yeah.
And live the lavish life all together and get tacos and go dance. And Keanu Reeves, Gabriel, ends up outside on a bench with Arj, and it's like, man, I don't know what to do because I like being a person, and I like having my friends. I like you, and I like Jeff, and I like my coworker, and this is nice, but it's not my life.
Yeah, because what I think, so there's a bunch of realizations that happen. The first one was Jeff is like, "Oh, I'm probably never getting my life back."
Yeah.
The other one was at the end of the party, before he shoots Jeff. Elena is there and she's catering his party. And again, it's another one of those gut checks that like, hey, like she's actually a good person.
Yeah.
And like she cares about people because she was ready to give up. And then I think Arj was able to kind of be like, no, don't.
No, you got to go try again.
Like, I know it didn't work this time, but you got to keep fighting. And so now when he had to be the voice of reason, he was making the right choice. And then for Gabriel, his was his coworker at the dishwasher. He saved that guy's wife from texting earlier in the movie.
Which is why he was like, my life is important. Like my regular life.
Like even though it's a small job, it's an important job. And so I think that's the moment that snapped him out, because he saw the joy on his coworkers' faces. They danced, and he got to see her dance. And I think they danced together even, but maybe not. But he just saw like, oh, I've saved her life from texting, because she was texting and driving. And I helped make sure she didn't crash and die. And she's, a mom and a wife to, my buddy now. So there's a bunch of realizations happening.
Yeah. And then just the part that I said earlier that it kind of just didn't, it kind of just felt like, okay, well, the movie needs to end. So Arj was like, I do want my old life back, and I do mean it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He gets why he should.
Yeah.
But I don't think he actually does. But hey, the movie had to end, so.
That was the most unbelievable part for you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure it was.
Not Keke Palmer liking him?
Okay, so maybe second.
I'm just kidding.
Keke Palmer could have done so much better.
Someone like Sean Evans.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you seen his bald head? He's a cute man.
I saw them kiss.
I did too. And I was very happy for him and a little mad at the same time.
Nobody was happier for Sean Evans in that moment than Sean Evans. I promise you that.
It's true. It's very true.
If anybody was out there living the dream, it was Sean Evans.
Sean Evans did not want to switch back to his old life after that.
I wonder how many times he's rewatched that episode.
Oh, man.
I'm sure 1 million of the views on
Don't
that
you
video
hate
are his
watching
own.
other people live your dreams? So
Every time I sit on this couch with you, I'm living mine. So
oh, wow. How sweet. It's hot in here, and that's my only
I wouldn't
complaint.
trade this for
I would
$1
trade.
billion.
I would trade. Whoa. Jarvis, I gotta tell you something. You absolutely
Mike was
should.
like, the feeling is not mutual.
Trade it immediately. Don't even. That's not even generational wealth. That's like, hey man, nobody that you know has to live in strife ever. That's crazy money.
Michael was like, I'd make that deal immediately.
You could think of everyone you've ever interacted with and give them each $1 million, and you'd still be set for life.
All right,
Do you
right.
know?
I take it back.
Do you know 1 million people off the top of your
I don't
head?
even know 1 million people.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fair.
That's so much money. Okay, so now that Jarvis knows that he shouldn't switch back,
Your point proven.
thank you. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's like more than a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's like you killed a billionaire and got away with what? I mean, hey, actually, brilliant idea. Kill a billionaire, take their money, bail yourself out.
Hey. You didn't hear that from us.
I'm just saying, has it not worked before? Anyways, Arch switches back. For some reason, everybody's life goes back to normal, and
I think if you imagine that he
it
switches,
just happens.
I think you imagine he switched back for Keke Palmer, then I think it makes a little more sense.
Yes, I did. We did say that the whole time. It's like you wouldn't even change back. You fumble Keke Palmer and you don't change back immediately. What are you talking about, man?
Sean Evans would never.
Sean Evans would never.
So then and then we get a little moment where
Dude, we're so far behind on this video. We're an hour in.
oh man, we're usually not. Oh, you know what? I like this movie, and I think there's
yeah,
a
that's
lot.
fine.
There's a lot of details.
They switch back. Their lives get marginally better. Arj gets to the place where his car got impounded and sees that the tickets are all paid off, which is like $300.
Yeah,
because Jeff got one of the tickets in the mail and was like, "Yeah, I'll just pay these,"
yeah,
which is
because
nice.
he realized because he got his car towed away when he was living Arj's life.
He understood.
And then also that was another good moment that I like because Keanu was like, "Yeah, didn't you know that when you fired Arj, his car got towed away and he was
like, dude, I didn't know that."
To make money and move around, like, oh shoot! So he had a little moment.
Yeah,
of
so he got to remember, which they weren't supposed to. I don't think so.
No.
Either way, Arj lived out his life, started a revolution inside of the Amazon warehouse, and got a
I feel
better
like
gig.
that last part was
whatever.
just poor people's. What does he call it? fever dream of like,
yeah.
oh, the rich guy.
Well,
now
there
has a
was-
conscience and he's gonna like make sure that everybody's paid fairly now, and like,
Yeah.
hey, we're just gonna make less money at the top.
I think it was fine that Jeff paid the $300 for the thing. I feel like that was like,
The least.
yeah, and it's literally it's so hand wavy that you're like, yeah, if he didn't, that'd suck.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to, and that was also kind of the point. And whatever. I think there was a story about an Amazon warehouse that got so fed up with the whole pee bottle thing that they started throwing the pee bottles all over the place, like open,
Yeah, maybe.
which would have been a great scene for this movie, but that's fine too. If they didn't, that's okay. I would have preferred the pee revolution.
Yeah, I think it does show ours at that future where he's getting the pee bottle though.
Yeah.
But he writes on the whiteboard.
Yeah, that he quits.
Yeah, that he quits, and
then everybody else
joins
quit.
him. Yeah, which there was that. There have been major walkouts and protests.
Mm-hmm.
And, what do they call them?
Protests?
Not, but
It's unionizing. That's what they're
I
doing.
guess yeah. So they just said, hey, a strike. They're on strike.
Oh yes, they're on strike.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
Like, they're on strike.
Like
So-
like how the Starbucks all unionized and then Starbucks closed all the unionized Starbucks
which is
down.
pretty illegal, by the way. But you know, hey,
Well, I mean, crime's legal now, so it's fine.
yeah, yeah. Rich people can't do.
If you
can't
make
do
enough
crimes.
money, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's that movie. That's the movie. Hey, you.
How'd you like that episode? Did you like it?
You like movies? You like this one?
Do ya?
You should subscribe to this
Yeah,
channel right
like
now.
Also, as well.
Yeah. You got friends? Yeah, you do.
Do you? Hopefully.
Show it to them.
Prove
Show
it.
this to them.
Prove it. Prove it to us. You got friends.
There's other videos to watch too. Why don't you watch those if you're so cool?
Yeah. Prove you're not a bot. Leave a comment.
Nerd.